The vibe this time around is a little different. And I don't usually do this, but I watched a concert on YouTube. And so
What?
that's
That's
what
a
I'm
thing?
recommending. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of there's different shows and stuff you can find on there,
Hmm,
like
I didn't know that.
performances. And I don't usually like. I mean, I like going to a concert,
Hmm.
right? Um, and I like listening to music albums, but
Yeah,
in terms
sure.
of watching a concert on on the YouTubes or on streaming or something like that, I, I
Mhm.
don't I don't really have ever done it. Actually, did I do that for? No, but I mean, like I was gonna say, Beyonce's Lemonade album, she put out that she had that visual that came out with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was amazing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it wasn't a concert, but it was like an extended, it was like a movie, a musical, for
Mhm.
example, you know what I mean? Like that.
Mhm.
But in terms of a concert, because I really don't be liking, I don't listen to concert when they have like live recordings, those albums come out like, oh, live at the Fillmore or something like that. Like,
Oh, okay, okay. I got you. I got you.
I don't like
Yeah.
listening to them.
Yeah.
The sound quality just be like, oh, I feel like and I'm not that big on sound quality, but like you can hear, like I feel like I'm on the cheap seats. Like I can get better, you know what I mean? It's like it's not like the minuscule differences between listening to a regular studio album and a concert recording. It's a
Hmm.
world of a difference. So I don't
Hmm.
really like, but Saba, West Side Chicago,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
Um and I listened to his 2018 set in in Chicago at Pitchfork, right? He performed at Pitchfork, and he was already coming up in the game, before this. So he already had some music out there, but this was still I would still call this young Saba, right? Matter of fact, his locks, right? His locks don't even come to his ears,
Ah, okay.
right? At Pitchfork in
Okay.
2018, right? And now he's got some good shoulder length
Okay.
going whatever right now. So like you can see his evolution. Matter of fact, he even
Mm.
talks about it in one of the songs, right? Like he said something like, "Oh, I think I'm dreadhead. I think I'm Jamaican. Something like I dropped the brush and I picked up a comb, right? So he could lock his hair, whatever.
Yeah,
Right? So he
sure.
just has a line like that. So he speaks about that evolution of that, and bro, the music is so good. It's it's and I heard an interview about this, and he kind of finds it offensive to label his stuff, but bro, you're not country. You're not you're not um you're not uh classic rock.
What does he want to be labeled as,
He
bro?
doesn't want to be labeled, but what it sounds like, and that's why I caveat that by saying it sounds like jazz rap. It sounds like jazz rap. Like if you listen,
Okay.
if it was just the instrumental, you'd
Hmm.
be thinking I'm playing some jazz music. The bass line,
Okay.
the freaking soft freaking drums and
Hmm.
everything, right? Like it's
Hmm.
got some trumpets and there's some soft trumpet and maybe a trombone,
Hmm.
and it's like, bro, this is jazz. That's jazz. And
Yeah,
you
jazz.
rapping over it.
That's basically
No, you
jazz.
rapping
Yeah.
over it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he is
Yeah.
spitting fire over it, bro. He is spitting fire, and he's not giving you these regular lines and bars that's like predictable. He's unpredictable. You don't know which word specifically is supposed to gonna be rhyming
Oh,
in a little bit
okay.
later out of
I
this,
see. I see how he's okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
but he's finna do it,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
finna get you with it, and just like, oh
Mm.
snap, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? And it's not one of those things where like where you say I'm such and such, like such and such. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
doing this like such and such. He don't even have to use the
like
simile in
yeah,
kind of the conversation. He's just like,
like he'll rhyme with the first line and then go to two different other rhymes and then come back to
right,
the to
and it
rhyme with
just
the first
happens
line
to
to the fourth
rhyme. You know
line.
what I mean? And
Mm,
and
yeah,
he's storytelling while he's doing all of
yeah.
this, right? And it's all to like some
Interesting.
fucking smooth jazz. It's
Yeah,
all to
just
some
coffee
smooth
shop
jazz.
jazz, right? Just
But but the juxtaposition that gets me is when he gets like he puts on a hype track, right?
okay.
And by hype I mean the jazz still be smooth,
Mm-hmm.
but like the song, if you put Lil Jon on the place would freaking just go like
They go
if
crazy.
Lil
Yeah.
Jon was
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
with the
yeah.
same track, right? The place would go freaking nuts, right? But like he has a way and a certain inflection and a certain delivery that um gets the sentiment across. Like I can't
Okay.
believe I'm head banging to some
Mm.
fucking jazz.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
hell is going on? My neck, I can't control it,
Okay.
right? Yo, he's giving that fucking energy, and this 2018 set is really is a bop.
Mm.
He has another one. He performed at Something in the Water in DC, where this is later on after he had a couple of albums out, and it's like
Mm.
it's a decent show, but there was something about the authenticity of the young version of him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Doing that. So
Would
you
you
still watch
would
the
you
other
see
one?
would you see him in concert? Like if he had like a show here, would you go
Yeah,
see him?
yeah. If he's in Something in the Water, I will go see that. I will go see
Mm.
him. I will
Okay.
go see him even now. And I get it. I'm not gonna get the same flavor completely
Mm.
as a 2018, but like he has he has great breath work, right?
Okay.
So at, at, at least
Yeah.
he exhibited more in 2018 because
Mm.
the newest concert, the newest one I saw, I think it was 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Something in the Water? 2022? It might have been 2022. And
Mm-hmm.
he's not going off the way he was before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He would go off and he would like do his right because he's bro, Twister's from West Side Chicago,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Twister's on one of his tracks. You know what I mean?
Dang,
You got
Twista still rapping?
Twist. Yeah, I mean
Damn.
Twister does features and stuff like that. I think Twister actually had an album that came out if not last year, the year before.
Ah, man. I thought he went into like doing like producer stuff and all that.
Well, Chance is on there, but Chance is from Southside.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think Saba's probably like, and I mean, and I'm not. By the way, so the latest album he had is came out last year. I think that's probably what I was thinking was a few good things. It came out last year, and that's when I first got onto him was last year. So this isn't a new album, but it's available wherever music is found, whatever, and y'all can find it there. But I'm just revisiting this album, right? Which I loved. And his first album, Bucket List, amazing, right? All his work is good. But particularly for the vibe, it was watching this performance. That's the type of
Okay.
performance that dude had no production on there. It's just him, his brother is his DJ, and he's on that stage murking it. And that was his first time, I think he said that year, performing back in Chicago after going on tour, right? So he freaking just left it all on the table, right? And so I think he is a vibe. That whole performance is a vibe. Also check out his music. I'll post the latest album, which was from last year, but specifically the vibe this time is to go check out that concert from 2018. His set on Pitchfork. I'll say this, and I'll prepare you in advance. The audience is hella white. It's 99% white. And he says nigga a lot.
It sounds like he enjoys making white people feel black.
And I don't know if he pulls a Kendrick at any point. Not on this performance. I don't think he ever does it. But Kendrick gave the mic to somebody one time, and you know what I mean? They thought they could let that N-word fly. Right? So
wow.
It sucks. He's a black guy. It sucks that maybe we are consuming his music, and we are keeping him thriving and keeping him fed and keeping him paid and employed. But at least at his shows, we not there. And there might be a lot of gatekeeping there because the price of these tickets is like that. Like I'm interested in seeing what's these demographics.
Yeah.
What's these demographics for the Beyonce concert? Beyonce's going on tour. What's that demographic like? As much as we know, it's Black America that is really, keeping her afloat like that. You know what I mean? In terms of fanhood, what's access looking like? Who's gatekeeping this? You know what I mean? Do Black people get to enjoy this set? You know what I mean? At any point, the way like all these white folks is out there. I mean, thanks for the bread. Thanks for giving my boy the bread. Yeah. Appreciate that. But there's something that don't sit right with my spirit, knowing that like it's that black folks can't really be front and center and showing that kind of love and support for these artists when they're live, even though
And
that's us that's buying their music, it's
yeah,
us that's going to these local dive bars and supporting
see,
them.
this is the thing though, but I've been hearing a little different as far as today's listeners and consumers go when it comes to music consumption, which we know a lot of Black appropriation. It happens a lot in the music industry. But it seems like that there is, and I've heard this in different spaces, that the majority of consumers are actually white folks.
Well,
Like
by
that's the
sheer
that's for
numbers,
like
by sheer
by
numbers, they're going to be the
I mean
majority because,
logistically, yeah, right. Logistically,
but
that's
you know,
going to be the case.
but in terms of the
But
percentage
even,
wise,
but I've been hearing specifically, but I've been hearing, but even just like hip hop rap, they're the larger consumer. I'm not sure how true it is, but I've heard
by
that
the
they are the
numbers,
larger base
but that's
when it comes to hip hop and rap.
okay,
And I'm
but
like,
that's not that's not
that is really
surprising. It wouldn't
weird.
be surprising. It's not weird.
But yeah,
It's not weird.
I'm not surprised either. You're
It's
right.
not
I'm not
weird
surprised
because
about that.
depending on how you say it, depending on
Mhm.
what it is the statistic is, right? And
Okay.
so here's what the question is: out of the percentage of the 100% population of white people, what
Mhm.
is rap and hip hop's popularity amongst all music listenership amongst white people? That population, and see what percentage
Okay.
that is.
Okay.
And then you see, out of black people, what is the percentage of hip hop consumption out of all music consumption amongst
It's
black
like
people?
99 points.
That's the one to one. That's
Yeah,
properly
yeah,
doing
yeah.
your science
Yeah, I
right there.
know. Yeah.
Not to say, oh, they have a
That's fair.
bigger number of people. No, that's not. It's
That's
about
fair.
because they have physically more people. So
Yeah.
yeah, more people
Are gonna
that
consume
are
music,
white
sure.
are going to be consumers of music. But like, what is the percentage of people that support them? So like, what is the percentage of people that was on
Yeah, that's fair.
to
That's fair.
the Bucket List album? You know what I mean? When it first, which was his first album, Bucket List. What was the percent? What was the audience for that one?
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
and what was the full listenership for that? But then we can also see, well, what is his audience at these live shows?
Mhm.
And we see these audience for these live shows we look in the audience and it's like it's
Yeah, that's a lot of
99%
white
white.
folks. Yeah.
But don't be distracted because they do show the audience several times because they're getting into it. They're getting hyped to it. But hey, I'll also say this: I'll credit y'all white people because y'all know good music apparently. Because
Fair enough.
this Saba is lit. Saba is probably the next best thing to come out of at least the West Side since Twister probably. The West Side Chicago, you know, since Twister. So, you know, big up to him, big up to his crew.
I mean, there's a lot of guys out of Chicago that's popping as much as Twister.
See, you're not listening.
Okay, so out of West Side Chicago.
West Side Chicago.
West Side Chicago. Okay.
I was very particular.
All right.
I'm not
all right,
trying to go
right.
crazy over here. All right.
All right.
So, but he could be that nice. You know what I mean? He's just not that big yet. He's still working. You know what I mean? He's still coming up in the game. So, well, he's got a lot of experience. He's traveled the world. So, you know what I mean? He's consistent. His joint sounds great from his first album to now, with some maturity in there. But the vibe is specifically the full set at Pitchfork 2018.